I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network, and this is a breaking news alert. Donald Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, has gone on a far-right television show and has said that she is recommending that Donald Trump testify before the January 6th committee in response to their subpoena. Let's play the clip.
He's got a couple options here. He can ignore the subpoena and maybe run into a Bannon world, or he can go and plead the fifth, or he can go and testify. Any idea what you think he's going to do, and what would you recommend?
I would recommend that he cooperate, because when you have nothing to hide, that's what I always recommend. The same reason that he always comes out and speaks on any of my cases. He has no issue being deposed, even though the left-wing media would like to pretend that he does. He has no issue being subpoenaed and answering questions about what happened that day, and he shouldn't. What he did was very public, and it was really nothing other than to say to go out peacefully, as we know.
So there you have it, in the words of Donald Trump's own lawyer, Alina Habba, saying that Trump should cooperate with the January 6th committee's subpoena, that he should testify, and she claims that he has nothing to hide. The question is, will he? And I think we know the answer to that. And so while they like to gaslight, and these lawyers go on TV and say he should and he will cooperate and he will show up, we know that ultimately Donald Trump is a coward, and it's doubtful that he is going to actually show up. And the subpoena date calls for Donald Trump to be deposed on November 14th, and it calls for him to turn over records by November 4th. And there you have Donald Trump's own lawyer saying that he should go sit for the deposition, that he should be deposed. But we here at the MeidasTouch Network believe that Donald Trump is probably too cowardly to show up. So we made this little video for Donald Trump. Here, let's play the video clip.
What's the matter, Donald? The January 6th committee subpoenaed you and you're not going to show? You said you're such a strong man. You aren't a coward, are you? You aren't guilty, are you? Are you that afraid of Liz Cheney? They say you threw hamburgers at the wall. Well, your supporters know you would never waste a good hamburger. Oh, please, won't you come testify, Donald? Unless you're scared. MeidasTouch is responsible for the content of this advertising.
So what are you going to do, Donald? Are you going to show up like your lawyer, Alina Habba, said, or are you going to do what you normally do, which is either plead the fifth or be the coward that you are and try to run away from this subpoena? I suspect you are going to run away like the coward that you are. And in other breaking news today, we have learned that the January 6th committee has officially served the subpoena. So they announced the subpoena at their last committee hearing. We then saw a copy of the subpoena last week, which has the return date of November 4th for documents to be returned and for Donald Trump to be deposed on November 14th. But now we are also learning that Donald Trump's lawyer has officially accepted service. It's a different lawyer than Alina Habba. This new lawyer that Donald Trump has hired has apparently criticized the subpoena and criticized the January 6th committee. So you got one lawyer, Alina Habba, saying he should cooperate, he should show up, he's got nothing to hide. And then you have the lawyer who's actually handling the subpoena doing what Donald Trump's lawyers always do, which is obstruct, delay. But ultimately, we will see what Donald Trump does. But there you have it, folks. You have his lawyer, Alina Habba, saying she recommends Donald Trump show up for the deposition before the January 6th committee. We will see ultimately what he does, and we will keep you posted right here on the MeidasTouch Network. Hey, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. We are on our way to 1 million subscribers. And make sure also you check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Support independent media, patreon.com/MeidasTouch. Until next time, I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.